Hey everyone, this is Footcan Gamer. Sorry if I put this off for a long time. I mean, I got other projects going right now. As I probably said, I started junior year. So far, the experience has been bittersweet. I mean, my schedule's all cleared up now, and I think I'll be fine, but I just don't know why I've been holding this episode off for so long. So yeah, we're getting close to the end of Season 2. I wanted to end by the end of the summer, but we're at like the last 3 episodes, so this is Mystery on the Friendship Express. So the episode opens up with Pinky with the kids taking care of their entrance for the dessert eating competition.
Oh, thank you, Pinky.
And thanks for transporting it all the way to Canterlot for us.
Absolutely, it's my honor, and I beg pardon, but could we maybe move things along? This your cake's a mite heavy. Right, Big Macintosh?
Okay, hold on. Wait a second. How is Big Mac even struggling holding the cake? I still remember on Hearts and Hooves days, he was strong enough to lift two bulls carrying anvils, and he was strong enough to lift a house, and yet in this episode, he's struggling to hold a cake on his back? How is that even possible?
Alright then, Big Mac.
So, of course, we have to transport the cake to the train station, and it's about as plausible as trying to get one of those cakes that you make on Top Chef Just Desserts.
Cardinals you're carrying.
Yes, it took months of planning and testing.
I would hate for it to...
Prepare to use that joke several times before, as we... long story short, Pinky manages to get her friends to do things. Let me see if I got this. She asks Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash to hold on the, like those basically like carrying lids that you would use to like carry food and stuff with ropes. They use Twilight for a force field, and ask Rarity and AJ for a trampoline. Okay.
Alright, everybody, we're in the home stretch here. Mr. and Mrs. Cake, I got it here without a hitch. Now all we have to do is get it...
on the tray. The Anvil of Irony. So after Big Mac takes off the side and puts it back together, they get the cake inside.
You get the cake safely on the dessert cart. Thank you for inviting us all to go with you to Canterlot for the National Dessert Competition. I'm sure the festivities will be just lovely. Early on the festivities. I can't wait to try all those tasty treats.
I smell greediness.
The treat of all is sure to be the cake. Marzipan, mascarpone, meringue, madness. All that rich, creamy goodness of the marzipan combined with the tart tanginess of the mascarpone blended perfectly with the smooth, silky sweetness of the meringue. That's why I call the marzipan, mascarpone, meringue madness the
Yes, it does make sense. Besides, seriously, say mascarpone, meringue madness 5 times fast. I dare you to try it. Oh no. Oh yeah, by the way, for those of you who want to have to play a drinking game that will have you knocked out for 2 days, try taking a shot every single time the character says in the episode. 1, 2.
Exactly. It's the most delicious, delectable, delightful, delightfully cake in Equestria, and it's sure to win first prize.
And of course, since it's a national dessert competition, competition has to show up. Introducing French Gustave Legrand, a Griffin chef that plans to enter the competition with
delicacies against my exceptionally exquisite eclairs.
Claire's. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be impressed or confused, because he's kind of like the spy in a way, because he's French. But I think the only Gustav I'm familiar is the Gustav from Zatch Bell, Barry's book owner, if you've ever seen that show. Okay, that was funny.
They will undoubtedly strike down all the competition, winning first prize.
And of course, we get more competitions. It's where Donut Joe, you know, the guy who had like, what, a 10-second cameo in The Best Night Ever, now actually is in the competition and entering Donutopia. For the record, I would have gone for like Donut Atlantis, but I guess Topia is good enough.
It makes my donut shop famous.
have to have one more character named Mulia Mile entering her chocolate mousse.
It will trample all your treats, be given first prize, and make me the greatest chef in Equestria.
Unless the temperature in Canterlot when you get there is about 100 degrees, I'm pretty sure your chocolate's not going to withstand and 5 seconds out in the blazing heat if it's 100 degrees in Canterlot. So as you can probably tell,
You and your...
So as things begin to escalate, and competition begins to rile up, Pinky becomes paranoid and...
Man, I'm pretty beat.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit the hay myself.
So Pinky, being paranoid, says that they're going to try to destroy the other desserts are going to try to destroy them. Okay, that's like, what, 5 times they've done this?
I know for super sure that it's the best dessert no one knows.
6.
I know that they know it too.
So, yeah.
So, one of them is going to sabotage the cake tonight.
Yeah, that really is a bad idea when you have all the desserts in the same room and all the chefs in the same area. Wouldn't it make more sense if you just, like, put them into different cars? Or wouldn't that make loads more sense?
Have to help me stand guard.
Pinky, you're overreacting.
So, Pinky continues overreacting, stays behind to watch the cake later that night, but she sees a mysterious figure following her, and she tries to follow it throughout the train. So eventually she gets back to the cake, and she ends up falling asleep. Twilight wakes up the next morning, and then Pinky sees that, has been bitten.
What is it? What happened? It's the marzipan mascarpone meringue madness. It's
Oh, by the way, for those of you who don't know this Rarity's hairstyle, do I sense a little foreshadowing?
Now we just need to find out who's done it.
You mean who did it?
Exactly. Who did them do it?
Well, having read many mystery novels, I
Nerd!
know that the only way to discover the culprit is to investigate.
Exactly.
So then this suddenly transforms into Sherlock Holmes as Pinky begins in Sherlock Holmes, because you know she's a detective, and she makes Twilight be Watson, who asks all the stupidest questions with obvious answers. Why do I sense that this is not going to work one bit?
And as chief detective, that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
You're investigating?
Yeah, I'm with Applejack. Heck, Pinky, your investigation skills are about as plausible as the Matrix.
And Twilight shall be my lonely assistant who asks silly questions with obvious answers.
Shouldn't it be the other way around?
Fine, Pinky.
So Pinky easily jumps to conclusions and blames Gustav as we get a... Okay, yeah, I remember from my Owl's World That Ends Well review, which, by the way, I still think that episode's a piece of shit. Anyways, yeah, I got the facts wrong about Spike. This is more like a 50s style, and in the short, the story is about as confusing and makes no sense whatsoever, and I think Twilight can solve all the problems with this.
And the Case's chance of winning the national dessert competition. But it makes no sense.
Yes, I would explain all the problems with that story, but I think Twilight has just said all the problems herself.
What do you mean, lowly assistant?
Well, first, if you were tied to the train tracks, how are you now here?
Guess that isn't a totally silly question.
And second, the cake hasn't been sliced, it's been bitten. Just look at the teeth marks.
You're right, my fine fellow. Gustav Legrand is clearly in the clear.
Yeah. Besides, he's the only person on the train that doesn't even have teeth. He's the only person on the train who doesn't have teeth marks.
Which means that was destroyed by another baker. A baker whose donuts are...
So she thinks that Joe's the culprit and prepare for James Bond parody.
in the spy world. Me. Time me.
Oh no. So yeah, so through more complicated things that even the real James Bond would think is too confusing, the story isn't true either.
Rushing the cake's chances to win.
security system.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, what train in Equestria would actually have a laser defense system in there?
And Joe is not sleek, stealthy con maid. He's big, gruff, and messy.
Hey!
Although, you would look rather dapper in a tuxedo. You may be right, lowly assistant.
Maybe? I think the Bible can come up with more answers than you.
Now that I'm taking a closer look at these desserts.
Okay, then she thinks Mulia is the culprit, and I have no idea what this is parroting. Like, what is it? Is it like Naruto, Kill Bill, what?
Putting an end to the cake dreams and taking first prize. I hope you're proud of yourself, Mulia.
And I hope I'm proud of yourself for what you do in the later episode in the later season, which I'm going to get to once I'm done with this.
Pinky, stop. This is ridiculous. Look at her.
Yeah, I'm sure she is the culprit from that trembling.
I guess you're right. Thank you. But I was so sure that it was one of the other bitter bakers that destroyed the...
And this is exactly how any person would act on any reality TV show. So Pinky goes into the greater details of all the other chef's desserts, and long story short, they get mutilated as well.
Every minute.
Well, you have to stop the wild accusations and get to the truth.
Thank you, Twilight.
Every pony, go back to your cars while we do a little investigating.
Okay, so finally, we can do some actual thinking right now, as now we get the proper roles correct, where Twilight is Sherlock Holmes and Pinky is Watson.
We're going to have to find clues. Now, you were here at the scene of the crime all night.
You're not accusing me, are you?
No. But maybe you saw something that will help us.
I saw a silhouette in the moonlight.
Good.
So throughout the scene, Twilight and Pinky go around getting clues
Already? Yes. But I need more evidence.
as they do the case properly.
Nice.
And we get an obvious this clue that that was foreshadowed earlier.
Clues. Especially an obvious clue like this.
So basically,
Aha! A blue feather! I knew it was you! Gustave Legrand!
you know, if the Gustav from Zatzville were here, I think he would say this. You're acting like a spoiled child. So, yeah, once again, Pinky thinks that Gustav is the culprit, but in Twilight's detail, it was actually Rainbow Dash.
I don't even like cake! So Rainbow Dash did it! Cake solved!
Case not solved. Because when we went to the engine, I saw the conductor's hat. And inside the hat was this.
So it was you, that pink hair kid from your rainbow-colored thing!
Pinky, when was the last time you've seen the rainbow? I'm pretty sure that in the Cutie Mark Chronicles you saw a rainbow, and I'm pretty sure that pink isn't even in a rainbow whatsoever.
I don't have pink in my name, Pinky. So you're
Okay.
right.
Alright.
Take the pony to the engine, where you thought you saw the conductor shoveling coal. But that wasn't the conductor at all. It was Fluttershy.
Oh my! You're going down, Fluttershy!
Again, I can't wait to see what you do to her in a much later episode. I am so looking forward to you.
Pinky!
So they get to the last culprit where they find an eyeliner on when the pill, and long story short, it was Rarity.
Oh, and I took a bite of the cake. So did I. Oh, nuts. So did I. You just made it sound so delectable. So tasty. And boy, was it.
Yeah, this is actually probably one of the few things that kind of bugged me about this episode. I would actually think that one of the culprits would have been Applejack, considering how early on the episode she was drooling all over it. Yet, it's kind of shocking to see the element users of kindness, generosity, and loyalty were the ones who ate the cake. Really? Frickin' really?
I only meant to take a little lady.
So, Pinky eventually stops jumping to conclusions and to start getting clues to see who ate the other desserts, and the long story short, the other chefs ate each other's desserts.
Well, every pony, we finally have the mystery solved.
Yes, but now we don't have any desserts to enter into the contest.
And this is what happens when you rip competition apart.
I think we can fix that. Come on.
So during the moral, Pinky basically fuses all the desserts together and everybody wins first prize.
Dear Princess Celestia, today I learned that it's not good to jump to conclusions. You have to find out all the facts before saying somebody did something. If you don't, you could end up blaming somebody for something they never did. This could hurt their feelings. And it can make you look really foolish. So from now on, I will always make sure to get all the facts. How's that for a lesson, Princess Celestia?
Care for a bite?
I don't mind if I do.
Nice! You just ate the entire dessert for everyone not to have. So that was Mystery of the Friendship Express. On the whole, it's a decent episode. I mean, some of the references in this episode were actually kind of funny, and the moral is actually kind of similar to Bridal Gossip's moral from Season 1, only it's actually told better. Some of the things, again, that do kind of perplex me are, again, Fluttershy, Rainbow, and Rarity eating the cake, and some of the references were kind of confusing. The jokes were hit or miss. Some things were sort of explained. Like, it's kind of hard to say because I don't really know what to say about this episode. But again, as a whole, Mystery of the Friendship Express is a decent episode. I would give it a B. Alright guys, I'm FootCam Gamer, and guess what? Season 2 is coming to a close, and in the next part, we begin the first part of the Season 2 finale, A Canterlot Wedding.